great moments in Democrat history.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
We proudly speak truth to power, even in the face of a racist in chief.
Why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops down here.
And you push back on them, and you tell them they're not welcome.
It is deeply troubling and incredibly dangerous that Donald Trump would invoke Adolf Hitler.
Donald Trump's got this big rally going at Madison Square Garden. There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-1930s at Madison Square Garden.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Are you convinced yet that Joe Biden does not want Kamala Harris to be president? I gotta tell you, put on your MAGA hats, ladies and gentlemen. You are garbage. Here we go. The newest and final massive news cycle and F-up by the Democrats this election. Kamala Harris last night was holding a massive rally in the swamp. Now, this isn't impressive because these are all Kamala Harris's employees. There are hundreds of thousands of people who work for the executive branch. All these people want to keep their jobs. So that's why they show up for Kamala Harris. It's literally like when your boss emails you that there's a mandatory meeting. That's what's going on here in the swamp with Kamala Harris. But nonetheless, she has a bunch of people show up to listen to a little speech of hers in front of the White House. 75,000 Americans turned out for Kamala Harris in the middle of the swamp. Okay, I don't think this is the W that you think it is, but either way, let me tell you what isn't a W. They banned Joe Biden from this event. Even though it was in front of the White House, they banned Joe Biden from this event. So whilst Kamala Harris is having her grand moment in Washington, D.C. with her biggest audience and her most produced event right outside of the White House, Joe Biden inside the White House is destroying her campaign. This is what Joe Biden said on a Zoom call where he was banned from campaigning with Kamala. He was banned from walking outside to the Kamala event. Joe Biden inside the White House calling at least 100 million Americans garbage. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's delicious. The setup for this is that a comedian, an insult comic, Tony Hinchcliffe, said that Puerto Rico was a floating pile of garbage. Okay? Agree or disagree? He's an insult comic. He tells jokes. Who cares? You're offended at a joke. Whatever. Joe Biden then goes on and says that all of Trump supporters are garbage. And I know as a matter of fact, that there are hundreds of millions of Trump supporters in this nation. So Joe Biden calls the majority of America garbage. Now, the media has had a hysterical, menopausal meltdown over the comics joke over the last couple of days. And now Joe Biden, the sitting president of the United States, has come forward and said, no, half of America is garbage. They're trying to spin this as though he didn't say it. It was on camera. Here's the clip.
Where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. The White House is trying to lie to you and say he didn't say this. So I've slowed it down.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. There you go.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Well done, Joe. Joe Biden has swagger jacked all of the energy of Kamala Harris and her little tee-hee-hee-hee-hee overly produced party outside of the White House. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. So while Kamala Harris was doing her event, that was supposed to be like the crescendo event, and she has the White House behind her, right? They lit everything up. All of it was central casting, right? Inside of the White House, in that room right there, Joe Biden's destroying her campaign. You know, at what point do you have to, and look at all these, they're all like federal employees. All these people are feds. They're not real Americans. They're all federal employees from inside of Washington, D.C., in the swamp. Again, I don't think this is the W you think it is, but it's definitely not a W to call Americans garbage. Sorry, Joe Biden, patriots like Corey Comprador are not garbage. Trump Vance out with a immediate response. President Trump is backed by Latinos, black voters, union workers, angel moms, law enforcement officers, border patrol agents of all faiths, labeling these people as fascist Nazis and now garbage. There's no doubt, way to spin it. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris just don't hate President Trump. They despise tens of millions of Americans, hundreds of millions of Americans that support him Kamala Harris doesn't deserve 4 more years. President Trump is the president of all Americans. Oh, yeah, baby. Donald Trump going in hard. But Donald Trump's reaction, actually, to hearing this live was caught. There you go.
He's talking about the Border Patrol. He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America.
So that was Trump finding out live. You can see the man looks legitimately disappointed. Hold on, let me go back to this. He looks legitimately disappointed. Look at Donald Trump. He's got that look on his face. Look at him. This is Trump activated. And then Donald Trump went on stage and ripped Joe Biden and Kamala Harris a new one.
That's terrible. That's what it says. That's what it says. So you have, remember Hillary, she said deplorable? And then she said irredeemable, right? But she said deplorable. That didn't work out. Garbage, I think, is worse, right? But he doesn't know. You have to please forgive him. Please forgive him, for he not knoweth what he said.
Donald Trump this morning, in a relatively rare X post, hard post on X. Well, I'm running a campaign of positive solutions for America. Kamala Harris is running a campaign of hate. She spent all week comparing the political opponents to the most evil mass murderers in history. Now, on top of everything, Joe Biden calls my supporters garbage. You can't lead America if you don't love the American people. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have shown that they are both unfit to be president of the United States. I'm proud to lead the biggest, broadest, and most important political coalition in American history. We are welcoming historic numbers of Latinos, African Americans, Asian American citizens of every single race. It is my desire to be president for all the people. Donald Trump responding thusly. Elon Musk. Biden just called half of Americans garbage. Elon Musk's mom, May Musk. I used to be a Democrat. Now I'm garbage. I prefer garbage. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is the moment. This probably is the moment. This is the moment that Kamala's campaign is officially destroyed. Now we got memes like this. Who made this? Who made this? It's a perfect meme. Don't tread on me. That's right. It's a perfect meme. My closing argument speech, no messages. Biden called half the country garbage. Lots of unread messages. Donald Trump now up, roaring again. The prophecy must be fulfilled to get to 69,420 by election day. Deplorables, Nazis, garbage, patriots. Yes, that's right. Meme energy. Yeah, I called them all garbage. All of them. And October's prize for that bitch. The race is yours, Don. Here you go. I'm Joe Biden. I called half America garbage 6 days before the election. Yeah. It's backfiring, okay? It's backfiring. Massive pro-Trump caravan has formed in Puerto Rico. Sorry, mainstream media. The Puerto Ricans aren't falling for your games. The election, if Trump does a job on a garbage route this week. Yeah, that's right. This is exactly right. Garbage, according to Joe and Kamala. That's right. This is Laura Trump with her sharing this beautiful photo of her children. The current state of the election in one picture. Yeah, that's right. Scott Jennings doing God's work on CNN last night.
Is he sitting in front of a laptop at the exact same moment Kamala Harris is out on his backyard trying to give the closing argument to her campaign? What in the world is he doing? Now, I don't accept your framing of it personally because I actually do believe he, Harris, the Democratic Party, and most of their campaign do believe that half the country is garbage. They've also said people who go to Trump rallies are Nazis. And so it's pretty apparent the disdain with which they hold half of the country in.
That's not true. The party already litigated it in Kamala's speech tonight.
But as a tactical matter today,
no, but you don't just get to say
why in the world is Joe Biden giving remarks at the same time?
I'll give you that.
Loud noises. Imagine if Trump did a ride along in a garbage truck. This could be us, but you playing. Oh, beautiful. Me and my husband are voting Trump. Yes, this is exactly the state of the election. Biden removing the final press cycle from Kamala's grasp after she had it in the bag. That's right. Everything so pre-produced. Trump does this tomorrow, the media will explode. Do it, Donald Trump. Well, we got something coming for you. 67% of Americans. Trump should call up a garbage truck company and do a ride-along with a garbage man, small town, before the election day. Talk to excited kids who wait anxiously for the truck. Keep drawing attention to the fact that they call his supporters garbage. Keep the appreciation up for blue-collar workers. That's exactly right. Stay tuned. More to come on that. For those who are keeping score at home, a comedian at a Trump rally made a bad joke about Puerto Rico. Then the current president of the United States called 80 million Americans he is responsible for garbage. Interesting. The White House trying to spin this. This is what the actual garbage is. The White House trying to put in a lot of work on that apostrophe there. Look at this. Look at this is and this did 200. Even CNN disagrees with you. Even CNN is out here saying, no, the White House is lying.
Tonight, there's new reporting about Joe Biden and a moment that explains why things are the way that they are. Sources tell CNN that the president is in do no harm mode, stapling himself to the bench at the direction of the Harris campaign. Well, even from the White House, he may have done some pretty significant harm in the final week of the campaign.
Not even Democrats can defend this. Here's Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania.
First off, just what's your response to that comment from President Biden, where it sounds like he's calling Trump supporters there garbage?
Yeah, look, I had not heard that until now, Caitlin, so I'm kind of giving you my fresh reaction to it. I would never insult the good people of Pennsylvania or any Americans, even if they chose to support a candidate that I didn't support.
Sorry, Kamala. Your big night ruined and destroyed in biblical fashion because you covered up Joe Biden's dementia. And now his dementia has come roaring back to destroy you. Whew, the wages of sin is death. It's your boy, Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.